Hello everyone. This recording is part of materials design for virtual environments. I am Eleazar Santos Tejada. In this case, the idea is to talk a little bit about some e-learning tools. I'm going to refer about the use of YouTube in academic environments. But at this point, I have to say that really I'm going to use Screencast-O-Matic as one additional tool because this helps me to grab my presentation, but I'm going to talk about the use of YouTube. E-learning tools have a variety of elements or tools like that you can use in educational purposes. When we talk about YouTube, the first thing you think is that YouTube is used for videos, for music. Most of the time people have that conception. But in this case, I'm going to talk or highlight some considerations to using YouTube in educational purposes. Those considerations are: number one, this is one of the most visited sites around the globe. It is true, the statistics show how people from different languages around the globe use YouTube for training, for educational purposes. It doesn't matter what language is, they use this site. Because as well in YouTube you can find tutorials for doing many things. Almost for anything you can find a tutorial in YouTube. So it is one of the reasons why it is the most visited site in the world. Number two says that there is plenty of options to choose the material you need for your educational purposes. You know that educational purposes are diverse, and in YouTube, people can find videos with information about not only elementary or high school, but also for technical information, technical skills, for colleges, for specialized topics. So this is one site that offers to you a lot of possibilities to find information about different subjects. The third says a huge range of educational videos are posted or developed by teachers or students. There are many videos with really high quality in the content. Some or many of those videos are posted by teachers, by real teachers, by students that have developed different processes in order to bring to the public a good product. So when people research and find in YouTube interesting information, reliable information, people feel comfortable using these kinds of videos in their academic activities. Number four says that having videos in a classroom keeps students engaged in class. It is true, many learners are visual learners. That's the preferred method to learn for many people. When teachers use videos in classroom, they are making that in a new, interesting, and funny class. It's a funny way to instruct. It's a funny way to teach. And this is different from the traditional classes. And really, with this methodology, teachers can engage the students in a class, avoiding or preventing the apathy or to feeling boring classes, and maybe with not the results we are expecting to have at the end of the classes. Of course, this works if the teachers pick the right video according to the right class. Because you can say that any video can work well for any class, but maybe no. Because you can have a simple topic, but you bring to your class one long and boring video, and maybe at the final you don't get the result you are expecting. So this is one consideration you have to handle with. And at this point, I have to say as well that YouTube doesn't replace teachers. Okay, YouTube doesn't replace teachers. YouTube is just one more tool teachers have to have better classes, but the teachers are the responsible for developing and planning very good classes. Another consideration is that to explain procedures or processes, it is very helpful. There are some classes or topics that imply the explanation of complex aspects, complex or long processes, and it is difficult for students to understand when the teacher is just explaining and you are imagining the information. It is much better when you watch the video and you see how the teacher, he or she, develops those procedures or follow those steps or assemble or disassemble any machine, etc. When you demonstrate, the students get better information for themselves and they grab really the knowledge easily. Another aspect, visual content helps memory to grab the knowledge. It is true, the visual context helps your memory to process better the information. When you process better the information, you can have a clear and a better mental picture of what you are learning. I consider that this exercise can be the perfect complement when you develop reading exercises or reading comprehension exercises, because it's not the same when you read one text or when you read about something and you just imagine, but when you read and after that you can check through a video and you can see what information is displayed on that video. Maybe you can prove yourself if really you understood correctly, if the information you read is the information you are watching on that video. And one last point in this aspect is that the flexibility on the access makes it appealing to everyone. As you know, almost everyone nowadays has an electronic device on hands. Another reality is that most of young people are in contact with the internet for a long period of time during the day, and this happens every single day. So when you have videos in YouTube, you can download the videos and you can have easy access to them through your telephone, your iPad, your tablet, or any other electronic device you can have. So in this case, you can use YouTube anywhere at any time for your educational purposes. And finally, one couple of aspects we have to have in mind when you are using YouTube. The first is to use to avoid plagiarism. You need to give credit to the authors. You need to make the correct references when it is needed, because YouTube, as many other companies, as many other sites, have the copyright, and the idea is to give credit to the authors. The second bullet says use for educational purposes only. This video, what I try to highlight in here is the use of YouTube with educational purposes in educational environment, not for business, not for profit. And the third says the use of netiquette rules while using online tools. As in any other occasions, when you are on the internet, you are interacting with people, we need to show respect and show the politeness with the audience, and it is good when you use the netiquette rules. Okay, that's all in this occasion. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time.